Robbie, what do we got, man? Let's get some headlines.
So it is our Tua, gentlemen. And
Yep.
Ryan Fitzpatrick addressed the media, and he's kind of admitting defeat.
He's kind of admitting defeat, Leroy. He's
I
kind of
don't
admitting.
know how much time it'll be before Tua is in the lineup. I know that I am the placeholder, and we've already had that conversation. I told him, I'm going to do the best I can to lead this team and, to win football games when I'm out there. And whenever it is that Tua gets his chance, whether it's early or late or whenever it is, I'm going to be his biggest cheerleader. And that's what I said earlier. But I think I have a unique perspective just from the career that I've had. And I was excited that they drafted him. And since, meeting him in person finally the other day, I'm really excited. I think we've really hit it off. And even though I'm an old geezer to him, we've meshed personality wise, and I'm excited to work with him.
Wow.
You know what that means?
That is tapping out.
Hold on. Let me break it down for you. Right? To Fitzpatrick, that means I'm gonna be me, baby. I'm gonna go out there and play Fitzmagic football, and when it wears out and I know I lost my job, I'm gonna say I did it my way.
Oh, really?
That's it. Yeah.
It sounds like
You know, you can't go out. Look, he's played enough football to know that all he can do is be the quarterback that he is. And however long that lasts, we going to ride it out. That's it. That's all he said.
So you're telling me like he is all right, so we're in the Pride right now, and he's like a lion with one last leg on his, and he's going to go try and kill an elephant, and he's going to get trampled on?
What I'm saying is that he is he's running the Pride, and when a young when he realizes or recognizes that the young lion is ready to run the Pride, then he will just bow down.
I think he knows he's already ready.
No.
I think so.
My God.
I think he already knows.
What is a normal daily conversation with you when everything is taken? Like, here, when was the last time you had a meal without sprinkling chili sauce on it?
Well, I mean, if it's in droves, what's the point of not having it? I mean, it's it's right there. I got a tap supply.
Holy smokes! It's Monday, man. I forgot.
Look,
2 days. I was worried about the hurricane that never came. Got to play some golf.
Fugazi
Had the whole golf course to myself. Got to play fast. Get out of there. Right. Got to sit in my jacuzzi, watch TV. I forgot what I left on Friday. But you came back strong on Monday.
What?
Yeah.
Listen to this, okay? So he's talking about Fitzpatrick. All right, he goes out. He tells the media. He's talking about like the aura that Tua has. Like he walks into the room, you can just tell. Tell me this isn't a guy who already knows he's met his match. It's over.
You think that's what that means?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Wait. Let's explain this. What is the one thing you would say about a professional athlete that has deemed to be true no matter what sport?
Competitive. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're just going to say after 20 years or almost 20 years of playing football that dude's just going to bow down like that?
Yep.
You don't want him to bow down. You want him to be the best Fitzpatrick he could be because that's only going to make Tua better. No. So the fact that you're saying he bowing down, that's hurting the team more than anything.
I'd rather him be in teacher mode more so than it's my team mode. Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yep.
No, that's... Here. The only way your team is going to get better, right, is if Tua has to go out and outperform Fitzpatrick to get the job, not if Fitzpatrick blows it and Tua's given the job. That's what's going to make your team better.
I agree. I don't want Fitzpatrick to blow it. I just think he knows what's coming. Like, you could just tell a matchup from a mile away. You know, ballers can tell.
I'm sorry, I can't tell. I don't.
Ballers can tell. Well, listen to him.
Here.
You want to hear him?
I'm going to tell you what I can't tell. I can't tell how good Tua's going to be when I haven't seen him throw an NFL pass yet. That's the truth.
That's cool.
That's not saying he's not going to be. That's not saying he could be. That's not saying he's going to be a bum. I'm telling you that until I see him actually play NFL quarterback, that I'm not going to make these outlandish comments that you make.
I'm not making outlandish comments.
Outlandish statements.
All I'm doing is basically agreeing with Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's the one saying them. I'm co-signing. I'm not making it up.
What is he saying though? Here's where you get skewed.
Here's what he said. All right. Here's what he said. He said, quote, "I know I'm a placeholder." Okay.
Yeah, that's no secret.
Okay. He also says I'm going to be his biggest cheerleader. All right.
When he plays.
Yeah. All right. Why does he just get his pom-poms ready? Okay. Because he already knows.
But see, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So I'm just trying to get in my mind how we got from what he actually said
right
to what you thought he was really saying.
I'll give you the death, because he had another comment. It was the death nail. We'll get to it on the other side.
The hell's a death nail?
Death nail.
What are you, Jesus?
Yeah, I'm being told it's death knell. Now I looked up death knell, and this is a bell tolled at the time of someone's death. Well, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I always thought it was death nail, like when you go and you stake a vampire. Isn't that the death nail?
That's a stake.
Yeah, but it also, like, it's samesies. Nail.
How you try to get situations to make you right?
Ever hear the
it should be chronicled. How you're trying to make a stake a nail,
definitely.
Just so you could get to the point that your death nail take was accurate.
What about final nail in the coffin? The death nail.
I've never heard of death nail.
He's already dead.
Yeah, but that signifies death, that the death is over. You know, it's kind of like, once you're in the dirt, you're in the dirt. But you got to also put the final nail in the coffin, the death nail.
All right. It's a death nail. Somebody else just
I never heard of death knell.
I've never heard of death knell.
I mean, you know why? Because I don't speak ye old English. That's why.
It doesn't even make sense.
Go. Where is it? It's a phrase. It's a phrase used in the 13th century in England.
The death knell is the ringing of a church bell immediately after a death is announced. Historically, it was the second of 3 bells rung around death. The first being the passing bell to warn of impending death. The last bell was the lynch bell or the corpse bell.
Hell's bells.
Hey, I got to tell you. If I'm dying, I don't want nobody ringing the damn bell to let everybody know what's up. Let me go in peace.
Let's hear a little bit more from Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's already admitted defeat. All right.
Oh, my goodness.
It's very clear. So he spoke this weekend.
You know what? I could just imagine what Tobin, and I wouldn't even say Leroy, what a Tobin in Minnesota or Cleveland was saying when I was playing football. There's no way I survive if I was listening to this nonsense, right?
I don't know.
I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick has been playing at the highest level of football for, 20 years?
17.
17 years. And basically, you have him bowing down like a poodle.
I don't have him doing anything.
Yes,
it's his own words. It's his own words. Listen to this, Leroy. This was him talking about the aura of Tua.
He's a really interesting guy. He's got a lot of energy to him. And you can just tell that guys are going to gravitate to him. There's something about him that is just very likable, and I can already tell that he's going to be one of those guys that gets along with everybody. That guys are going to want to follow. He just has that kind of air about him, and part of it is probably the way that he played in college, and just kind of the name and the reputation that he's built for himself. But there's not a whole lot of ego involved, and he's very likable. So I don't know, just the general conversations, whether about football or life, it's been really fun so far.
Death nail, dude. Over. He's already letting you know. That dude is light to a moth. All right.
I want to get a hammer and nail my eyes out right now. What
Why?
are you doing?
That dude. What are you? All right. Okay. So let me get this straight. You're not taking that for what that is, which is a white flag.
It's not a white flag.
It's a white flag.
So you're saying right now, Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't want to play. Like, he doesn't want to be the starter.
I'm saying he knows he's about to get into a ring with someone who's going to knock him out.
Okay, but all right.
So some people, when they know, Leroy. When they know, they know.
Okay. All right. And still, without even, man, I'm going to tell you right now, I would think so much less of Ryan Fitzpatrick if he bowed down like that without Tua throwing one NFL pass. And
Why?
you've played 17 years. Because that means that he's bowing down to a guy who hasn't played one play of NFL football? No way.
What about the old
No
saying?
way.
Hey, what
No
about
way.
the old?
I think he's saying the right things. But I do believe he ain't giving up without a fight, and that's what you want. That's what you want.
What about the saying? You say this all the time. Game, recognize game. He recognizes it.
Yeah, he recognizes it, but that don't mean anything as far as him coming to take your job.
Yeah, he'll give it the old try.
Do you not understand? The Dolphins are worse if Fitzpatrick is what you say he is.
Why?
Because that means Tua won't have to compete for the job.
Just groom him.
No.
You know,
How can he groom him if he just cowered it out?
a three-legged.
You want that guy grooming him? You want a guy who quit and didn't even put up a fight? You want that guy grooming your next quarterback? No, you don't. You don't. You don't.
All right, man. Listen, a three-legged tortoise doesn't beat a thoroughbred in a race. It just doesn't happen.
But a tortoise beat a hare.
Yeah, that ain't a thoroughbred. Rabbits are stupid.
Wait. I've seen horses just run off the track. They ain't too bright either.
Well, they weren't forced. I mean, they didn't have a whip on them. The horse is going to go do what it wants. Why would he stay in this race?
Look.
It means the difference to him.
Here. When we have conversations like this, the reason why I get so annoyed is because you make it, you take what I'm saying and make it something else, right? I'm not saying that Tua's better or not. What I'm saying is that right now, okay, what you want for Tua is you want him to have to prepare, to compete, and to perform at his highest level to get the job. If you give Tua the job performing average, right? If you give him the job just giving it to him without him having to compete, it won't be as good for your team, even though it may work out.
Let me ask you something. Did you think less of Lennox Lewis when he retired on top? And he's like, and people said, oh, he was scared of Vitaly Klitschko because Klitschko was giving him the business before that first fight was stopped by a cut. Did you think less of him, or did you think, hey, champ, good run, man? At least you recognized.
That's a different. That's boxing, man. That's different.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Is it? Because this is the fight of life. And Ryan Fitzpatrick is recognizing,
what?
Maybe there's somebody I can't keep up with no more.
You wait a minute. You think any player in the NFL is thinking that of a guy in to play the same position?
He's very smart. Went to Harvard. He can do the analytics on it.
he's very smart. So that basically means that he's also the one thing I'll say about Ryan Fitzpatrick is this. He's been a consummate professional his whole life, his whole career.
Agreed. Pro.
So he's going to say the things that are consistent with who he is. That don't mean he ain't fighting like hell to keep that job. Why do you take that and look at it as a sign of weakness because he says the right thing? Would you felt better if he came in and said, this is my job, he going to have to come take it, player?
I wouldn't have felt better. I would have said, that's a strategy. I said, that's interesting. You know.
I would bet all the money I have that that's what he's thinking. I'm not just going to give it up. Yes, because he's a competitor. He's a competitor.
So you're telling me
it's borderline insulting.
You didn't talk about Josh Rosen like this.
Wait, it's borderline insulting. Okay? That a guy that has played football that long, right? That can still play, you're just going to give the job to without him even having to compete for it.
You didn't talk about Josh Rosen like this.
Because Josh Rosen didn't come in here that way.
All right.
Good morning, gentlemen. Love
Hello.
the show. Here you go. This is what happens when silly sauce gets spewed onto the text line. Love the show. Now you're stereotyping hares and horses.